Hi, my name is Aaron. I'm a youth pastor on the English side. And it is a gorgeous Sunday afternoon, so I thought I'd come out here and do a little bit of video shooting so you can actually get a better sense of what I look like, for starters, and I can tell you a little bit about who I am and what we do. I know a lot of you guys go to Awanna, so I would awanna you to know a little bit more about what we do in junior and senior rock on the English side. So that's the youth ministry for junior high and senior high, which I'm sure you already figured out. Like I said, my name's Aaron. I have a few passions. I really like fast cars, more muscle cars, which is more American, so that'd be domestic, not import. For those of you who are import fans, I really love music. I play the drums, and I love to preach. So one of my favorite things to be able to do is to teach and preach and speak to the youth and speak to whoever's going to listen about Jesus. It just changes my life. It just gives me purpose and hope. So, who we are as a youth fellowship is a group of people who like to come together, and we really are dedicated to knowing Jesus more by talking about him, by sharing with each other more about him, by learning more about him together and as individuals, but also wanting to be more like him. A lot of times we throw the term discipleship around, but what we don't think about is what our response needs to be in discipleship. We are called to be disciples, not to make Christians who are converts. And the difference is we want to be like Jesus in the way that we think, in our intentions, our attitudes, our speech, our thoughts, and what we do, so our works. And Scripture says, do good works. You can always tell someone if their works are good by the fruit it produces. It's like planting a seed. If fruit is sour, you spit it out. So, if we're doing things that aren't good, we're not doing things for ourselves, not for other people, it's not good. It's not good fruit. Spit it out. And what we do in our fellowship, so on a regular Friday night or Sunday morning, we do separate things. On Sunday mornings, it's more Sunday school time. We do a lot of talking about Jesus together as a bigger group, as a smaller group. We discuss together too a little bit about topics and things that come up, and sometimes things that are happening in the world, and we discuss why they're important to us and why they mean something to us. So it's kind of a good time just to kind of connect with each other on a personal level. On small group on Friday nights, so that's one of the things we do. We'll have a topic and a theme, and we'll break off into very tiny groups of people that we're familiar with and comfortable with, and we'll discuss it. Why is this important to me? What kind of difference can it have in my life? Why does Jesus care? Why should I care? We do question box, which is very interesting, something we've been doing this last year. And that's where we break off, and we have times where people can write questions down they've always had about their faith, about life, about anything. There's no limitations to what we can or cannot discuss. And you don't have to put your name on it, so it can be completely anonymous. Nobody knows who you are or what question you wrote. And we stick it in the box, and then myself and other people come up, and we'll just draw them out randomly, and we'll go through those questions and start answering them for you. So hopefully you get a sense of what other people are thinking, you get some of your questions answered, and we can start talking about things that you care about. Another thing we do a lot of community service. We right now are in charge of community parking to a degree. We really put out the pylons, I always call them pine cones, pylons in front of all these people's houses just to protect those spaces for the people that live there. Some people from our church don't park in anyone's driveway or block somebody in their driveway, but we get to help and serve other people by doing that. Other suggestions and things we're probably going to try doing this year is having a night where on a Friday night or some sort of fellowship night, maybe even a Sunday morning, we come early and we bring shovels. And we go and we shovel people's walks, or we rake leaves because it's that time of the year. It's easy to do, and it really can serve the community and really mean a lot to a lot of people. We have a lot of fun times too. We don't just do a lot of work and talk about God and just do a lot of Bible stuff. It's not just all Bible study. We have a lot of fun. Every Sunday and pretty much every Friday now there's a short period of time where we like to play a lot of foosball upstairs. We'll have games nights, we'll have the occasional movie night. In the summers we do a lot of hangout time. We have video game days. That's one of my favorites. You get together, you watch movies, play video games, a lot of the youth, and they can educate me and I can school them because I am old school on a lot of things, so it's good times. We also have Bible video series that we will be going through a little bit next year. And basically what it is the entire Bible, cover to cover, and it's depicted like a movie. It's played out like a script. So you get to watch what's happening in Scripture come to life. So right now we've gone all the way from the beginning of Genesis all the way up through Samson. I think now we're up to Daniel. and what's happening, and you get to see what the Bible's talking about. So what's happening, what's being written down, is being shown to you like a movie, which is really cool for me because I'm a visual learner. I want to see it. I want to understand it that way. And we have worship nights. Worship nights is probably one of the most meaningful things we do, and one of also my favorite things, because we get you guys to lead, and ultimately it'd be my goal, my desire to see the youth lead all the time. So worship nights means you can probably think of music. Music is a part of it, but it's not all of it. We have youth that come together with their musical talents, and they'll lead us in songs. Maybe we'll sing some worship songs. Maybe they've written something they want to sing, and they play instruments, and they help lead us that way. It's great. It's a great way to get their giftings out there. Also, one of the things we do is help them discover their gifting. So if they want to try speech, we have a couple people that put together PowerPoint presentations, and they speak to the entire group because, hey, these are my friends, these are my peers, this is what I'm thinking about, and we'll discuss certain things. We talked about evolution versus creation. We talked about different things that they want to talk about, and they lead it. So we get to help them with that, we get to support them, but we don't lead it, you guys do. So maybe you're a poet, you want to write some poetry and share some of that with us. Maybe you are a songwriter, maybe you want to make a short movie like this, huh? I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter what it is. We want you to do it, we want to be there to help you do it so that you feel supported, so it's an outlet that you can actually worship in your own way. That's why we call it worship night. Because all forms of art or anything that we do is worship if we do it for God. It doesn't matter if it's in church, doesn't have to be a sermon, doesn't have to be prayer, but those things are very important and can be a part of it. But there's other things too we want you to be able to do. We want you to be able to try out new things. So that's essentially it. We do a lot of these things. We're in transition a lot too, so we like to do a lot of different things in a lot of different ways. So hopefully you can come and find a place. We want to be open to everybody. We want you to be able to come and feel welcome. And we want you to be able to come and be yourself. So it's a safe place that you want to come and you want to bring friends, and hopefully you'll discover and make new friendships there. Friendships that will last. Friendships that will support you when times get hard. Friendships that will have people laughing with you when you feel good and when everything is going great. So we want to become a group of people that really makes a difference in your life, ultimately. That is what discipleship is. I mean, if we call ourselves disciples of Jesus or followers of Christ or Christians, and we aren't doing these things, in my opinion, we're missing the point. So I know you've had a lot of fun in Awanna, you've grown with a lot of people. We want you to bring those friends and come and feel free to join us. And probably by the time you see this, we've already gone to Shakers together, which is, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you like getting schooled in laser tag, because I'm just going to ruin everybody. We want you to come. We want you to have fun. And we want you just to experience a little bit of what community, being with other people, is like in junior and senior rock. So thank you for watching this, and hopefully we'll see you next year.